Hi, my name is Matt Knowles, and my family and I have been attending this church for about 10 years now. We love this church and have formed some really great relationships and memories over the years. It's a big church, so if I don't know you yet, I hope to get to know you soon. What does doing good look like in your everyday, ordinary life? This question makes me think of a saying my Granny B told me a long time ago when I was a young teenager. She said, "Matthew, always try to spend more time looking out the window than you do in the mirror." It's a saying that I kind of have come to understand over time as meaning, try not to become too self-absorbed or overwhelmed by the challenges that you face in your life, but instead always be looking for the good out in the world and how you might be able to support those things. It's really a simple thought that I try my best to continually start from. Some days I do better than others at this, but I can always tell pretty quickly by the amount of peace I have in my life by whether I'm focused more internally or externally. I try to be intentional about just paying attention and being present. My wife and family will probably be the first ones to tell you I'm kind of an extrovert, and sometimes they even say I'm a social butterfly. I really do enjoy making new friends and bringing friends together for really no particular reason at all. I don't mind chit-chatting with a complete stranger, and over time, as some of these interactions turn into more meaningful relationships, I love getting to know those people's story and history. I love a good documentary on somebody's life story. I've just found that you never know how a random interaction with a person may impact your life. Sometimes the interaction might not be great, but most of the time it's good, and every once in a while it's life-changing. Also in my job, I spend a lot of time getting to know people in a professional environment, building rapport, listening to their story, trying to understand their needs and expectations, and hopefully sometimes helping them solve a problem. And I think all this together kind of indirectly helps put me in a lot of situations where I'm able to use that relationship building to make a personal connection with people in general, and then indirectly understand needs, whether it's an individual need or some type of need in the community. And that leads to the question of how can we might be able to help a situation. I do believe that God desires for us to be in community with one another and to try to help and to encourage and to walk through life with one another. And we have tons of ways to connect and serve here at Fuquay-Varina United Methodist. So the good news is you don't really have to be an extrovert, and you don't have to create an opportunity. You can just show up. Also, our church is really awesome at supporting us when we see a need. For example, 2 years ago when tornadoes came through Rocky Mount, this church really got behind the mission team in helping to reestablish our local connection with UMCOR, helping coordinate getting the early response team certification training in place, which helped us now being able to send work teams out to Western North Carolina post-Hurricane Helene. This effort has actually rolled over into some new local opportunities with a group being led by Mark Cornell called Hearts and Hammers to support more local projects right here in our community. For me, it's very cool to see glimpses of how the body of Christ is sometimes seen moving independently, but also as one to create this wonderful tapestry that is God's awesome plan. It's like little patches all knitted together perfectly and added together in perfect timing. My experience has been that when you're in service to others, you always seem to return to your full self. Not the one that the world's constantly trying to tell you are when you're looking in the mirror, but the one that's connected to Christ, who saved us and loved us first. It helps me to live a more peaceful life, centered on the things that are truly important. And at the end of the day, I just love seeing people helping people and the impact it makes in both directions.